Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's another kill for you. Coming back to you guys with another hair thing. Yeah, it probably looks the same. Probably because that last video was yesterday. But why I wanted to do one today is because I heard a topic today in class. So I take U.S. government and we basically debate things like every Friday. And today we debated about there was a football player or something like that. I don't really know the whole story. Should probably look into it before I do a video about it, but too late now. Even though I could stop the video and redo it, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm too lazy. But it was like a football player or something like that wouldn't stand up for the American flag. No, wow, for the national anthem. If you guys don't know, I live in America. National anthem, just like every other country, it's very important and everything. But he wouldn't want to stand up. Now, if you guys don't know necessarily the U.S. government, if you guys are like in Britain, whatever, you guys don't know necessarily the U.S. government, the Constitution, basically the saying everything that we have, the rights to everything that we're allowed to do in America, that we're given, basically, Bill of Rights, everything. If you guys want to learn more, look it up. I'm not gonna go into all that, but like the first one says, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of press, freedom of protest. Like, you have freedom to pretty much do everything that you're allowed to do. You can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You have the freedom to do it. Not necessarily like illegal stuff, but like you have the freedom to leave your house. You have the freedom to do this. You have the freedom to do that, which most countries do, yes. But and he had the freedom. Sorry for like jumping right into it. Like the video. But I really want to talk about this subject because this just shows kindness to the world and basically showing that no matter what people think, you should still care about them. You should still be there for them. You should still listen to them. But he wouldn't stand for the national anthem. He wouldn't stand for the national anthem. And basically, a bunch of things broke out. He has the freedom not to stand for the national anthem. I don't know how they do it in other countries, but when you'll stand up for the national anthem and you put your right hand over your heart and everything. So it's like, that's what you do. And because this one guy did not do that, it exploded and everyone basically did an outburst and is basically hating on this guy. He has the freedom not to stand up for the American flag. Now, me, I'm a huge supporter of the armed forces and everything, and that's basically what our flag stands for. People have died for this country to make sure that we're free, that we're safe, that we are a free, independent country. And for him not to stand up basically is to everyone is showing that he doesn't care about those people that died for him, that died for his freedom, that died for us, that put their lives on the line to make us free. And it's totally his right to do that. But the thing is, how he did it was very abruptly, and everyone, it's just an outbreak of this. On the subject of that, it was his right. He was standing up for something. We have a lot of racial right now. I kind of talked about last video about the black guy that got shot. But he's entitled to his opinion, and he thinks that how our world is going with this race in America is very bad, and this football player is black. not soccer, football, American football. Um, he was African American, and why he wasn't standing up is because he believes that the flag stands for our country, and our country is corrupt. Our country is this, our country is that because of this race thing, which is somewhat true, but how he did it, I feel like it was wrong. Um, but yeah, sorry, I'm thinking right now. Sorry, I thought I heard something. It's just my brother downstairs. I'm in my room, if you guys can't tell. I'm in my room, just laying on my bed, trying to get relaxed. Friday, um, last day of school, Memorial Day weekend. No, not Memorial. Labor Day weekend. Kicking it at my house, going to the beach tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do some videotaping there. But how he did it was wrong, I feel like. He has the right to protest. Everyone has the right to protest, so I feel like he could have went out and protested this instead of making it abrupt and making everyone mad at him because he didn't stand up for the national anthem. All this stuff, yes, I understand that. It's his right to not do that, but I feel like he went about it the wrong way. This brings up the next topic of that we were talking about in classes. These protesters, they're burning our flag. They're stepping on our flag, and I feel like that's way too far. Like what he did, yeah, he had the right to do that, and that's good. That he's actually sticking up for something that he believes in. Yes, it was the wrong way. He should have protested about it instead of just doing that. That's his way of protesting. That's fine. That's his God-given right. But how he did it was wrong. But these people that are stepping on our flag and burning our flag is way too far. That's further from just not standing up for the Pledge of Allegiance. That's necessarily disrespecting our country. Yes, they have the right to protest, but I feel like they wouldn't have the right to do that. Someone said in class that if you feel the urge to disrespect our country in that way, then why are you living here? Yeah, our flag doesn't necessarily stand for our country. Yes, it stands for our country, but it more stands up for our government. That the government, everyone, no one really likes the government on how what they're doing to our country right now, with the campaign, with Donald Trump and Hillary, with all this stuff. They feel like it's not the right way to do this, which makes sense. But that doesn't give you the right to go disrespect the flag in that way. I'm very on the. I believe on both sides. Have you? I had a question. I was on Periscope and someone asked me a question, and he wasn't really a question. He told me, "I dare you to say Black Lives Matter." That saying is going around America, and he told me say Black Lives Matter, and I said Black lives do matter. Just like Asian lives, white lives, Mexican lives, black lives, any kind of life. They all matter. Everyone matters. And the guy literally said, "Wow, I like your answer and I believe that you are going the right way." I am white, yes. I understand that. But it's not that I'm white. There's a lot of race in this world and a lot of discrimination in this world. And for someone to say, "Oh, this is my color of my skin, I'm more superior," is incorrect in all ways. That should not be the way that the world thinks. I'm getting way too into this, but like this is something that I really care about. Another thing that I care about is police brutality in America right now, but I'm not gonna get on that subject right now. But how people are going about it is incorrect because they're stepping on our flag. They're burning our flag, and they're putting this on the news and putting this out in the world for other people to see it. And I don't think that's correct. I think they could put their point across another way. But stepping out and burning on a flag is crossing the line. That was a giant leap on the other side of that line that you should not pass at all. And they have definitely passed it by doing that. Yeah, I'm going to get a lot of people that are saying that I'm wrong, whatever. But why I say this is because the flag represents more than just our government. The flag represents the people that gave their lives, that put down their lives for us to be free. And for someone to say that they're more superior than someone else is incorrect. And for someone to go out and take this to heart is, I feel bad for them because they took it to heart. And because at the end, when you go to bed, no one really thinks that. I feel like everyone just says that because they're in the heat of the moment, whatever. Yeah, some people probably believe that 24/7, but I feel like there's a lot of people out there that never will believe that, and they'll say that because it's the heat of the moment or whatever, or something happened and they believe that. But I feel like they should never. I don't feel like they will never like believe it 24/7. And at the end of the night, everything's back to normal. Everyone's equal and everything. But then when one person comes out in the morning and says white lives matter, black lives do not matter, that's over the line, just like the flag, because every life matters. This is going way off the topic of the football player, but this is what we were talking about in class, and I really wanted to get on this topic to get my message out there. I feel like the the avalanche of kindness that you could do for a person, for you to say all lives matter, really hits home with them. They will go out and do wonderful things if more and more people tell them that. I'm not saying a Pacific race because I get told every day that I'm racist and that white lives do not matter anymore, that we're not superior anymore, and there's no one, we're a dying race, and there's more this than this, and I get called racist every day. Walk by someone and they'll be like, oh, it's a white person, he's racist, it's okay. I hang out with a lot of mixed race people. My whole group is mixed race. I'm not saying like they have like many different races in their blood, but like I'm saying like I hang out with black people, I hang out with Mexicans, I hang out with Asians, hang out with Indian, hang out with whites, and we all love each other. Yeah, we might play around and joke around and say some racist things back and forth because, that's how friends play. That's how people mess around. But at the end of the day, we know that we all love each other dearly to our hearts because we all are people of America. We're all U.S. citizens and we all have the God-given right of equality. But for someone to hate white people because one white person was racist to them, I feel like that's way incorrect to think. Because there's people out there that do not hate you. There's people out there that will love you forever and ever that's not in your race. One of my best friends, she's black, and she likes a non-black guy. If people hate other races. If you are a race and you hate other races, then why would you like someone outside of your race? That doesn't make sense. I'm not saying my friend hates white people, hates other races, because she doesn't, because she's part of our friend group. We all have different races, but I'm saying, like, for someone to go out and say that they hate other races and then they go and hang out and do things with people from other races is totally hypocritical. You shouldn't do that. Oh, excuse me. I'm looking at my screen right now, but for this next part, I'm going to look directly in the camera, which is right there. People matter to everyone, no matter what. People will love you, people will care for you, no matter what race, no matter what you look like, no matter what gender. And for someone to put you down for that, that's on them. That's not on you. Because we all bleed red. There's a funny French poet that I recently discovered. And I forgot what the poem name is, but the poem is basically saying black people, because he's a black poet, and he says black people, when they're born, they're black. When they're adults, they're black. When they stand out in the sun, they're black. When they get scared, they're black. When they get sick, they're black. No matter what, they're black. But when a white person is born, they're pink. When a white person grows up, they're white. When a white person gets sick, they're green. When a white person gets scared, they turn red. When a white person blushes, they turn pink. It's like, and he says, who's the real colored person? We always say colored people, and that means black. But to be honest, that's not black people. White people are more colored than anything. And it's just, the race in the world is not good anymore. The people don't care for each other. And I don't like that. So I feel like we need to stand up as a society. We need to stand up together, no matter what country we're from, no matter what background we have, and stick up for this. Because for this to keep on going on for how many years is way too far. There's racist people and ignorant people. Ignorant people look at race and they think bad things about a certain race. I'm going to give some examples. I'm not racist, I'm not ignorant. Please don't say that, but I'll start out with white people. White people are annoying. I always get that. White people are so annoying. You're white because you're annoying. You're annoying because you're white, and it's like, that doesn't make sense. They always say black people they always say white people are racist. They always say black people are slaves. They always say black people are underrated, whatever, or overrated, whatever it's called. This is incorrect. That's ignorant people. No one should be ignorant, because as a race, yes, there's some racist, like, some things that you think are racist that are true, yes. But not all things that are entitled to your race is true. I don't think I'm annoying, but some people might think I'm annoying, yes. But that's not because of my race, because I know many white people that are not annoying. Trying to give an example. I can't really think of any examples right now, but it's all on how we think of it. And how we think of it is incorrect. We need to stop all this and just live our lives. And start this avalanche of kindness through every race, not only through your race. and get people feeling like they are secure in their own country, they are secure in their own home. Because what's going on right now is very horrible. Our world is turning for the worst, not for the better. And for us to go out and make that worse is not good people of us. We need to go out and make people love each other endlessly forever. That's pretty much it, guys. With this football player, yes, he had his rights. He has his rights. He has his opinion. But I feel like how he went about it is wrong. Um, for example, he could have. Someone said this in the class, and everyone laughed for like 30 minutes. It was the funniest thing ever. But he ended up saying, if you really wanted to protest, then stop passing the ball to all the white people on the team. This is funny because this is a type of like protest, yes, but you shouldn't like make your team fail because of what you think. Yeah, that's not right. But you can go out and do things without making people feel left out. You go out and do things to change things. You don't have to cut people out or do something that makes people mad to change the world, to change people's minds. So I feel like he could have went about it totally differently and it would have came out with a better outcome. Yeah, and doing that, it got people on the topic of this because that's usually what they do. They do something totally dramatic to make people mad, and then they start talking about it and they see what's wrong and then they fix it. Him not standing up during the national anthem made people get mad at him. Now people are thinking, why did he do it? They figured out that it's because he's standing up for something that he believes in, which is something very good. You should always stand up for something that you believe in. And now they're thinking about like, okay, how can we change that so it's not happening anymore? That's what we need to do. But how he went about it, I feel like was wrong because it got more than just a couple of people mad to change it. He got everyone mad, and some people don't even want to change it because of what he did. And that comes back to the race thing that people are looking at him and going, wow, that race is doing that. That's horrible. That's why I hate that race. And I feel like that's wrong. Just because one person did something doesn't make the whole race doing that same thing. Just because one white cop shot a black guy does not make all cops bad. That makes that one cop bad, but not all cops bad. So don't blame it on one person. If anything, blame it on yourself because that one person was doing something to get something started and sticking up for something that he believes in. That one person that everyone is mad at is doing something for a reason, and yeah, it might need to stop. Like the bad cops, yeah, that needs to stop. But think of what he's standing up for. Yeah, the cop might not be standing up for something and did that to stand up for his right and go, yeah, that's what I'm standing for because I'm pretty sure there's something in the background or whatever that we don't know about because we're not investigating it. The police department's investigating it, but we're not. So we don't know the full story. We only know the story that they give out. So we can't judge that one person. Don't judge one person. Well, judge that one person. Do not judge the whole body of one person because of that one person. Don't judge the whole United States because one person did this. Don't judge all the blacks because one person did this. That's all I gotta say. So this is not kill for you saying goodbye. Peace.